Everyone, happy Sunday. This episode is impromptu. I came home from church and just had some things to say. And so there's not going to be any music. It's just going to be me talking, no intro, none of that stuff. I just wanted to get real with you because God gave me something to tell you today. As you may know, I talked about moving to a new apartment. And when I moved like 30 minutes away from where I was. And I've been searching for a home church in my area. And I found one that I kind of enjoyed. I watched a couple of online services and then I went and visited a couple of live services. And it seemed like a pretty good fit. I wanted to learn more. So I went to a new person orientation and I had to pray over it a little bit. They had some things in mind of where I could get plugged in, but I just wanted, they're different denomination than what I am. And I needed to make sure that it was the right fit for me. So I prayed on it for a few days, but God said, yes, I think it's okay if you go ahead and get plugged in there and become a member. Today, I took my paperwork back and gave it to the girl at the counter and went into the service and we started worship. And we sang a song and it was great. I get into my worship with God and I raise my hand, I clap my hands, I close my eyes. I truly worship God when I am singing. The second song came on and I started singing and all of a sudden had this thing wash over me. I could no longer, the words would not come out. I may cry right now just telling you about it, but literally my eyes welled up. I had tears streaming down my face. I was just completely taken over by something. I mean, it was God, of course, but I didn't have the word for it at that moment. I'm like, what in the world is this? And so I came home and I play the piano. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but I do. And so I wanted to play a couple of songs that I'd heard today at church. And so I came home and was playing and then decided to eat lunch. And so I still wanted to be in that moment. So I was listening to Carrie Job and she was singing The More I Seek You. And as I listened to the song, it's a song I've sang a million times with our youth group. And as I was listening to the song, it told me exactly what I was feeling. Overwhelmed to be in his presence at that moment. I've recently had some things change with my job, and it could be some things that I could get really down about and be really upset and lose faith and all of those things. But I've really felt peaceful about it. And the song, The More I Seek You, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it goes, the more I seek you, the more I find you, the more I find you, the more I love you. I want to sit at your feet, drink from the cup in your hand, lay back against you, feel your heartbeat. This love is so deep, it's more than I can stand. I melt in your peace, it's overwhelming. And that's exactly how I was feeling at that moment today. I just felt at peace and it just overwhelmed me and it just took over every bit of me and just surrounded me and encapsulated me. I can't talk because I'm about to cry. Anyway, just know that He is there for you. He is helping you find your purpose. He already knows what your purpose is. He's just helping you to realize it. You just have to trust him and you have to have peace about everything that's happening in your life at every particular moment. We all have moments where we get a little overwhelmed or have anxiety or stress, but God is there and he is never going to leave you. He may step back when we decide to take matters into our own hands. And I've done that many times. I've not listened to him and I thought, I'll just do it and we'll see what happens. And sometimes it doesn't work out. And that's because I forged ahead without God's blessing. He is there. He's just waiting for you to realize what he wants you to do in your life, your purpose. So just know that right now, when you're trying to to decide what you're going to do in your career, where He wants you to go. Just really lean into Him, be patient, have peace about the whole process, take in everything that He's doing at that moment, write it in a journal so you don't forget the lessons that you're learning. Be His David and learn everything that you can while you're waiting on the thing that He wants you to do. Guys, I love you. I pray for you every day. I hope that you find peace. And through this podcast, I hope that you're able to get some clarity on what your calling is. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. And I will talk to you this week.